promise you it is in here.
There's a fish.
What do you call this? So welcome back to the channel. We're going to do an unboxing of a new product. Like the new logo? I spent some of my YouTube money on that right there. So tell me what you think. Drop a comment, let me know. Coffee time? Oh, that's where I'm going in Malaysia. I'll drop a link to his stuff. Today we're going to unbox a brand new BFS setup. Not sponsored, Cast King, but if you're interested, and I thought I'd unbox it for you. So I'm using my new Telesin neck mounted. It's actually quite comfortable, and I feel like I have more movement without all those straps around. So anyway, I'll drop a link to that video below. We did a little unboxing and on the water test of it. So we're gonna Cast King Kestrel Bait Finesse System Reel. Now I'm gonna unbox it. I love this thing. There's a road right outside that window. Fire truck just went by. Packaged very nicely. Comes with random instructions and a Cast King sticker. Why do you always want to send stickers? I never save these things. Awesome. An assembly nut. Some people call me a nut. All right, so now let's get to the actual unboxing. I always buy all of my reels, bait casting reels, in a left-handed. I'm right-handed, I cast with my right hand. Why would I switch hands in the middle after casting and reel the other direction? Cast, engage, fish immediately. How many times have we had a fish bite the second that bait hits the water, especially a soft plastic? And you might have that little quarter of a second where you aren't able to get reeled up tight to the fish and set the hook. So I always buy left-handed reels. Is made of an aluminum alloy. It's got a centrifugal brake system. I usually keep mine somewhere in the mid-range. Once I get a setup dialed in, I kind of try to tend to fish it the same way over and over again. The drag and the spool tension adjustment here. This is what you adjust for the weight of the bait. Tighter for a heavier lure, looser for a lighter lure. As a rule of thumb, I like it to be set to where if I have a bait on the end of the rod, that I engage the bail and just let it drop. And if the bait can hit the ground and not cause a backlash, then the tension adjustment is set correctly. All right, so we've talked about the overall low profile of the reel. We've talked about the centrifugal brake, the spool tension, and the drag. We're going to show you how to set the drag appropriately for the weight of the line. The handles have high quality rubber grips, and it's also very light. I mean, I'll drop right here how much this thing weighs, but it weighs less than some of the lures we might throw, even maybe a big A-rig or something. This thing does not weigh very much. So that's the reel. And I bought a matching casting rod to go with it. Now this is a 3-piece rod. I promise you it is in here. Well, maybe, I don't know. I haven't opened it, so do I know it's in here? I don't. I like to travel with my outfit. This thing breaks down into a tube that's less than 3 foot long. And there you go. So this is the Cast King Kestrel rod. It's a light action rod, and it's BFS for bait finesse system. And it's perfectly matched, if you ask me, to this reel. Just like that. There are some lures and techniques that are better suited to a bait casting setup. So the primary benefit to using this BFS setup is it allows you to present smaller baits much more accurately, efficiently, and quietly when fishing for certain species of bass or in clear water. You'll want to use lighter line. Pair this with 8-pound line, sometimes fluoro, sometimes mono. You can cast an 1/8 ounce lure a long way with this. As far as there's line on this reel. Matter of fact, one time I threw it so far and so hard, I spooled BFS. Portable, lightweight. This light setup is just easier to use overall. If you want to have fun catching fish, as well as have a rod and reel setup that's high quality and catches fish, try this. I'll link to all this stuff down below. Now we're gonna spool it up, and then later on, we're gonna go fishing. Sometimes the most frustrating thing about a new setup is putting on new line. All right, OG anglers, we're back out here on the lake. It's an absolutely beautiful late winter day. Our BFS setup, I'm gonna use that today and show you why, hopefully. Let's get rigged up. Let's get launched and get out on the lake, and let's go fishing. That one's for you, babe. Fishing, fishing. Tell me what you'll think about it. Oh, was that a fish? Ah, I felt like a bite. All right, we haven't caught any fish yet, but look at that amazing sunset. Well, let's keep trying. All we need is 1 or 2 fish. It's gonna be dark, so I'll be off the water here in a few minutes. I should be able to be back by the house in about 30.
All right, love.
And I have I'll get the cooler from the RV. And if there's anything salvageable, if the fridge is broken completely. There's a fish finally. Your good luck.
Okay.
I hooked a fish right when I'm talking to you.
I got some things that need to go back to the house too.
Okay.
So... All right, love you.
Love you. How about that, guys? Every time the wife calls, hook a fish, and I think it's a decent white bass. On the BFS, the most fun you can have with your fishing pole in your hand. It is a decent white bass, yes! This right here, guys, gals, and fishing pals, is why I love ultralight fishing and the BFS set in particular. I can cast, well, hang on and I'll show you. How about the wife calling and I hook a fish? I can cast a tiny lure, and this lure I guarantee you weighs less than 1/8 of an ounce. 20, 30 yards down the bank and catch a really nice white bass with it. What a gorgeous fish. Sunset, birds. All right. Thank you, my friend. Yes, my friend. All right, guys. Might be the only fish I catch today. If I'm lucky, I have a towel. I do, towel. So, why do I say so many times? You see what I did there? We're gonna do an outro right now in case I don't catch a fish before we lose our light behind us, the beautiful sunset. Why fish the BFS setup? Number one, BFS stands for the bait finesse system. I call it the most fun fishing you can have with a rod in your hand. I love ultralight fishing, and to me this is the ultimate in ultralight fishing. It's not perfect, but it's just so much fun. Advantages: you can cast tiny lures a long way with really good accuracy, and it just flat catches fish, not just small fish. Disadvantages: it does seem to backlash more often, probably because of the lighter lures. You cannot put as much line on it, probably only 75 yards of 6-pound line. Other advantages are it's very light. I don't even know how long, and this is 6.5 foot long, 6 foot 9 inches. And it's 3-piece. I can take this and travel with it. I'm gonna take it to Malaysia. Get yourself a BFS setup. I'll link to what I have below from Casking. Not sponsored. Casking, I'm looking for sponsors. Just saying. Let's see if we can catch. That's actually a pretty cool sight. But right the light on the back is making the spray come out the back look cool. Whee! I'm gonna sneeze on my new logo. Good Lord.